And ever since Adley Rutschman showed up on the scene, I mean, they've looked like a different team. There's a little bit of a swag or confidence that's there.
Well, you know what? Listen, a few years ago, they picked this guy, #1, over Bobby Witt. I mean, Bobby Witt Jr. They knew something, that this guy was a leader, and this guy, you know, obviously is a switch hitter. You look right here at the catcher's ranks for Adley Rutschman. I mean, you know, you see an average on-base percentage, slug, doubles. He's first in doubles. You know, has only been up there a little bit too, but since June 15th, he's gotten hot. That's the potential that kind of everybody has been looking into. You know, and I think that's when you see Rutschman too. I think right here when you see the fielding ranks, this guy's holding down the running game. I think he's doing such a good job calling the pitches, but he's got great pop time to second base. He's the guy that you think. You know, when you talk about great teams, they got great catchers, right? It's like that quarterback, right? Yep. When you see him though, see why. One thing when I look for guys that you know that have great swings, that hit good doubles, hit the gaps, right, have a good OPS. When I look at Rutschman right here, I think what I love about him is the simplicity. This guy hits velo, right? 96 inner half, bam, he can turn on that pitch right there. I think what I love about his swing though is this right here. Watch this. Watch this back hip right here, pinch right there, right? So he pinches the back hip, not a big load guy. Watch the stride, it's not much at all. So he gets this rubber band effect. Hands go back, foot goes right down. So it loads the back hip, his foot goes straight down, and this is what I love, right? See why right here. Watch his head. I don't even know if it moves. It just stays right there, right? And the bottom line is, as a hitter, when your head can stay pretty still, your body rotates around that. So when I look at Adley Rutschman, I say, man, this swing plays, and it plays for years to come. And that, you know, that's one thing when I look at the Orioles. Nice pick, taking him #1 overall. This kid also can pick it right there. Gets a ball down the dirt, 186 down to second base to Mateo there right here. Another one, you can see right there, such a great job, so quick, and it just has great feet, has a great arm. But, you know, for me, when you see right here, I mean, you know, the catcher's ERA 3.7 when he's behind the dish. And I think for me, you talk about the future of the Orioles, they're 59 and 55. No one expected them to be where they're at. I think Rutschman kind of taking off and being the guy they thought he was going to be. Man, the future's bright in Baltimore.
He's a huge part of that case. And what I noticed with him is since day one he came to the big leagues, he never looked like the lights were too bright for him.
Right.
For a guy to not be able to move his head that much, he's never trying to do too much. He's focusing on the pitching side. He's making a difference for the pitchers. And when those young guys, when you have a young pitching staff and a young catcher, it takes some time to gain that trust amongst one another. And he is clearly gaining with that Orioles pitching staff early on, right out the gate. And it's just a great young player to watch.
Yeah, and you see right here, since he's been called up, look at the record. 43 and 31 since he's been called up. There's certain guys, you know, see why I don't care if you're young or a veteran guy. There's a presence that some guys has. I feel like since Rutschman's been called up, this team has been a lot different.
Yeah.
Well, and also, too, I mean, and you tell me, you don't have to be a 10, 12-year veteran to be a leader in a clubhouse. But it looks like he's jumped up to that mantle, I mean, ASAP. And it looks authentic and real. Yeah. It looks like everyone's responded to it.
It really does. And I think the biggest thing is, as a catcher, when you get a catcher that can swing it a little bit, but also control that running game, you see those pitchers say, okay, I can throw that ball in the dirt, you know, with 2 strikes. I can trust this guy if that guy takes off, he's going to have a 186 pop time to second base to shut that down. So you see the pitchers loving to pitch to him. And like I said, it's taking this team to another level.
Do they make the postseason?
I hope so.
What a story.
Honestly, I'm actually pulling for the O's because I'm normally very indifferent about the O's in the race for whatever reason it may be. But the O's story this year, I'm going to be watching them. When them and the Rays go head-to-head, I'm going to be locked in on TV because honestly, I want them to go over there and take that over.
Yeah, that would be, what a story.
No, I think
they could make it.
It's been one of the best stories of the year, hands down.